students, welcome back to science class of 7th. Children, in our previous video we had completed chapter number 13, that is motion and time, and I hope that everybody have understood it well. Okay children, in today's class I will be discussing about the chapter, about the key terms, exercises and question answer of the chapter. Okay, so children, before proceeding further, let's take a quick recap of the chapter, what we have studied in this chapter. Okay, so the chapter is about motion and time. What is motion? Motion is the movement of any object. And what is time? The duration or the moment in which anything occurs, right? So we know that there are different types of motion. Okay, in this chapter mainly we have studied about the 4 types of motion, that is rectilinear motion, circular motion, then periodic motion and rotational motion. Okay, we have also studied about the uniform motion and non-uniform motion. What is uniform motion? If an object is moving with a constant speed, that motion is called as uniform motion. And if an object is not moving with a constant speed, that means it covers unequal distances in unequal interval of time, that is called as non-uniform motion. Then what is rectilinear motion? The motion in a straight line. Okay, then what is circular motion? The motion which occurs in the form of circle. Then what is periodic motion? The motion which repeats after a regular period of time or interval of time is called as periodic motion. And what is rotational motion? When an object moves on its own axis, it rotates on its own axis, such a type of motion is called as rotational motion. So this was about the motion. We have also studied about the distance time graph. Okay, so in distance time graph we have studied that when an object is moving with a constant speed, the distance time graph will be a straight line. When the object is not moving with a constant speed, the distance time graph will be in a curve motion. Okay, curve line. Okay, and when an object is not moving, that means it is stationary, it is horizontal to the time axis. Okay, now children, let's proceed to the time. What is time? Time is the moment or duration in which anything occurs. So in ancient time we used to calculate the time with the help of 2 natural events, that is full moon and sunrise, and the devices that we used were sand clock, sundial, water clock, etc. Okay, but nowadays many modern watches, quartz watches and digital watches are there, through which we can calculate the time very easily, even the nanosecond. Okay, so children, this was about the chapter. Okay, let's start our class today. So first of all is about the chapter. What we have studied in this chapter? The chapter is about the motion and its types and measurement of time in ancient and modern times. So इस chapter में हमने पढ़ा कि what is motion, how many types of motion are there, and what is time and the measuring devices used in ancient times, now in modern times, right? Now let us have a look over the key terms of the chapter. Key terms are some of the important terms which are related to the chapter. Let's discuss it one by one. Okay, the first one is motion. What is motion? The movement of an object is called as motion. Then second is time. The moment in which things occur is called time. Okay, then the third one is speed. The distance traveled by an object in unit time is called as speed, right? Then fourth one is odometer, an instrument used for measuring the distance traveled by a vehicle. It is measured in kilometers. Then speedometer, an instrument that indicates the speed of a vehicle. ऐसा इंस्ट्रूमेंट जो व्हीकल का स्पीड बताता है उसे हम कहेंगे स्पीडोमीटर. It measures in kilometer per hour. Now periodic motion, a motion which repeats itself at a regular interval of time is called as periodic motion. Time period, The time taken by pendulum bob to complete one oscillation is called as time period, right? Now, oscillation. One complete to and fro motion of a pendulum bob is called as oscillation, okay? And the next one is bar graph, a diagram which shows information as bars of different height. तो बार ग्राफ एक ऐसा ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन है जिसमें डिफरेंट हाइट से हम शो करते हैं चीजों को, okay, which shows the information. Now the next one is pie chart. It is a kind of graph या diagram कह सकते हैं which shows the percentage composition of something in the form of slices of a circle, okay. So it is shown in the form of a circle and we show the percentage composition of something, okay. So this was about the key terms, children. Now I will be discussing the very short answer type questions, okay. And after very short answer type questions you will get notes in the form of PDF. Long answer type question you will also get the notes in the form of PDF. Then come to multiple choice questions, children. The answers are given at the back of the chapter. You need not to look over that. First you try by yourself. You try to do it in the book itself. खुद से करिए, try by yourself and solve it, okay, do in the book itself. Then higher order thinking skill questions, that also you have to do in the book itself, children, okay. So what things you have to do in the book? You have to do very short answer type questions, multiple choice questions and higher order thinking skill questions. And in the notebook what we have to do? First of all, put the date, write the chapter name, chapter number, then about the chapter, key terms of the chapter. Then you have to write short answer type questions that I will be providing you notes, and long answer type questions, okay. And at last you have to write summary by yourself, okay, children. So let's start with our very short answer type questions discussion. Very short answer type questions. Question number 1. State the standard unit or basic unit of speed. Answer is meters per second, and in short we can write m/s, okay. Now second one. Name the unit which is used to express large speeds. Yes, to express large speeds तो unit भी बड़ा होगा, so we will write kilometers per hour. In short we can write km per h, okay. Then third one is name the physical quantity whose one of the units is meter per second. Answer is speed, okay. Then fourth one, which unit of speed will you use to express the speed of an aeroplane, okay. So answer is kilometers per hour. The speed of train, bus and aeroplane can be measured in kilometers per hour, okay. Now fifth one, name the instrument which is used A. to record the distance covered by a vehicle. Answer is odometer. B. to indicate the speed of a running vehicle. Answer is speedometer, right. Now question number 6, state whether the following statements are true or false. First one, A. every object moves with a constant speed. False. Second, speedometer indicates the speed in kilometer per second. False. It indicates the speed in kilometer per hour. C. Odometer measures the distance covered in kilometers. True. Then D. The speed of a train is expressed in meter per hour. Answer is false. It is expressed in kilometer per hour, right? Now E. Distance between two cities are measured in kilometers. True. F. The basic unit of time is second. Yes, true. Then G. The time period of a given pendulum it's not constant. False. It's constant. Okay. Then seventh one. Name two types of graphs other than line graphs. Okay. So answer is bar graph and pie chart. Eighth. Which physical quantity was measured by using sundial in ancient times? Answer is time. 10th. Name 3 units of time used in everyday life. It is second, minute and hour. Okay. Now 11th one. How many seconds are there in 1 hour? That is 3600 seconds. We know in 1 hour there are 60 minutes and in 1 minute there are 60 seconds. So we will multiply 60 into 60, then we will get 3600. Okay. Then 12th. Name two devices which were used for measuring time in ancient times before pendulum clocks were made. Answer is sundial and sand clock. You can also write water clock also. Right? Now 13th. Name the device whose periodic motion was used for making clocks till recently. Simple, pendulum. Then 14. Name two natural units of time which were used for measuring time in olden days. That is full moon and sunrise. One full moon to the next full moon makes a month, and one sunrise to the next sunrise makes a day. 15. What name is given to the metallic ball of a simple pendulum? Answer is bob. 16. What type of motion is illustrated by the bob of a simple pendulum? Answer is periodic motion. Then 17. Name the material which is used for measuring time in electronic clocks and watches. Answer is silica. Okay. Then 18th. Name the two most common time measuring devices. Answer is clock and watch. 19. What is the smallest time interval which can be measured accurately? A. With commonly available clocks and watches. So that is second. And B. With clocks and watches used in sports meets. That is nanosecond. Okay. 1 nanosecond is equal to 1 billionth of a second. Then 20. Which of the two is a bigger unit of time? Microsecond or nanosecond? Answer is microsecond is the bigger unit. 21. Which of the two measures more accurately? A quartz clock or a pendulum clock? So the answer is a quartz clock. Right? Then 22. Which of the two requires an electric cell for working? A quartz clock or a pendulum clock? Answer is a quartz clock. Okay. Then 23rd. A boy riding a bicycle covers a distance of 10 meter in 40 seconds. What is the speed of the boy? So children, it is numerical problem. This you have to solve by yourself. I will explain you. So here distance is given 10 meter and time is given 40 seconds. So we have to find the speed. So what is the formula for calculating speed? Speed is equal to distance travelled by time taken. So here the distance is 10 and time is 40. So you will divide it and you will get the answer. Okay. Then 24. A bus takes 30 minutes to travel a distance of 25 kilometers. Calculate the speed of bus in kilometer per hour. This also you will do in the same way. You have to find out the speed. So the formula of speed is distance travelled by time taken. Here distance is 25 kilometer and time is 30 minutes. So you have to do that. Okay. Then 25. What is a speedometer? It is an instrument that indicates the speed of the vehicle. Okay. Then 26. What is an odometer? An instrument for measuring the distance travelled by a vehicle. Okay. Then 27. Under what condition the distance time graph of an object is a horizontal line parallel to the time axis? When the object is stationary or not moving. Okay. Then 28. Define speed. The distance travelled by an object in unit time. Okay. Then 29. Write the formula for calculating speed. So children, the formula is speed is equal to distance travelled by time taken. Okay. Now question number 30. Fill in the following blanks with suitable words. A. The distance moved by an object in a unit time is called speed. B. If the speed of an object moving along a straight line keeps changing, its motion is said to be non-uniform motion. Okay? Then C. An object moving along a straight line with a constant speed is said to be in uniform motion. Okay? Then D. The distance time graph of a vehicle moving with constant speed is a straight line. Then E. The time from one full moon to the next was called a month. F. The time from one sunrise to the next was called a day. G. The to and fro motion of a simple pendulum is an example of periodic motion. H. One of the most well-known periodic motion is that of simple pendulum. Then I. The time taken by the pendulum to complete one oscillation is called its time period. Okay children, so these are very short question answer type questions that we have discussed. So children, that's all for today, and I hope that whatever I have delivered you, what I have discussed the exercises, you have understood it well. So book work you have to do in the book itself, and the copy work you have to do in the copy in a neat and clean handwriting. Okay, so that's all for today. Take care of yourself students. Thank you.